أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نعمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وعلى صحبه وكل من تبع الهدى إلى يوم الدين. The respected missionary in charge and the Jalsa officer, the respected Naibin Amir, the respected former Umrah, His Royal Majesty the Obaladi of Afro. Interestingly, we said the Tajud prayers together by His Royal Majesty. The Amila members, all present, the distinguished guests, the circuit presidents and presidents, the circuit missionaries and all missionaries, the central missionaries, and from our invited guests, I have to single out people from other countries, especially of the Ekenayar Sahib from Cameroon, who has been with us before the Jalsa Salana. All the participants, the Majlis Ansarullah Nigeria members, the Majlis Sudamul Ahmadiyya present, the Lajna Imaila, and all led by all the Asadran, and all the guests, now Mubain that are all around, the Atfalul Ahmadiyya and Nasratul Ahmadiyya. To everyone, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Firstly, I will start with appreciation. And the first thing is to appreciate Almighty Allah for His infinite mercy on us. There are three very important things that happened. The fact that this Jalsa Salana is held at this time is a special mercy of Allah, because by September nobody can say that there is going to be Jalsa Salana. The Amila members had a meeting and we have to table it before His Holiness until Uzur directed that Jalsa Salana is very important. We did not have the conclusion that we are going to hold the Jalsa Salana. So the fact that we are able to hold the Jalsa Salana is a miracle of Almighty Allah. The second thing that happened is that this year we didn't invite many special guests. We invited only His Excellency the Governor of Ogun State, as well as the Royal Highnesses in Ogun State, led by the Olu of Ilaro and the paramount ruler of the Yewa land, and our Kabisi, the Obaladi of Afon, Kabisi of Iwoye, as well as the rector of the Poly, who is our member and by the special grace of Allah has just been conferred with that position of rectorship. So these are the only few people we invited. And as at Thursday, when we were already on Jalsa ground here, we are sure by the special grace of Allah that all the KBACs, they've confirmed that they will be here. And they were actually here. But as of Thursday, His Excellency the Governor of Ogun State has not even personally gotten our letter. So, as we know it, very late on Friday, he was told that Jalsa is holding, and we can see what happened. Under 24 hours, where he was in Lagos, he had to charter a chopper to come and attend our Jalsa Salana. So this is also something we need to thank Almighty Allah for. And finally, the third one is, yesterday we had the announcement that the General Secretary of the Jamaat gave us. Friday evening, we got a message from the MTA International that Nigeria will be included also in the global streaming, that we will be watching Uzur live, and Uzur will also be watching all of us. And that has never happened, in our Jalsa. And that is why I said we must be very grateful to Almighty Allah for all these wonders that are happening. May Almighty Allah accept all our activities as an act of ibadah for us. This 68th Jalsa Salana has witnessed quite a number of events. I will pick just only a few of them. The first one is that this is a spiritual grant for all of us. And the first of it is prayers. We have said Tahajjud prayers for 3 days. These Tahajjud prayers, we can see how they were being said. I would suggest to us all that when we go back to our various Jamaats, we continue to train our people on how to perform Tahajjud prayers and make sure that we are able to benefit from the attributes of Almighty Allah. Allah accepts prayers and is still accepting prayers for only those who pray to Him in line with the rules of prayers. We can see the Tahajjud prayers we did for the 3 days. Some people have said, to me, and I have heard from other people that, we've never done Tahajjud prayers like this before. May Almighty Allah accept our prayers. So I will request all our missionaries to please, either you lead our people in Tahajjud prayers or ask any of the Hufas. We have many of them. This Ilaro is the training ground for Hufas. The reason we are training Hufas is for us to be very, very fast in the Holy Quran, including the recitation of Holy Quran for Tahajjud prayers. We have many, but we can only use 3 for 3 days, and we can see the excellence of prayers that we have achieved. May Almighty Allah always accept our prayers. I must also mention His Holiness' goodwill message to us. I will request that we adopt and we digest that goodwill message, which covers the purpose of Jalsa Salana, as well as how we can live successfully at these later days by holding on to the rope of Almighty Allah. So I request that we make the best use of the Huzur's sermon. I want to remind us that Jalsa Salana significantly is one of the Tabligh strategies. So many things happened during these 3 days, which are very important for us to take note of. Huzur has given us in Nigeria that we should preach to people the correct Islam and bring them to the fold of correct Islam. How can we achieve that? We can achieve that only by using all the models of the Jamaat. The first of those models that will help us to be able to bring people to the fold of the Jamaat is Tarbiyah. It is not the amount of speech that we deliver or the lectures we give, but rather our good conduct and behavior is what is going to bring people to the fold of the Jamaat. So this Jalsa Salana is a Tarbiyah training grant in addition to the spiritual training grant that I first mentioned. And Alhamdulillah, for the past 3 days, we haven't recorded any area of disagreement, among people. What I have seen being demonstrated here is love for all, hatred for none. When you go back to your Jamaats, you have to demonstrate the same thing. You must hold yourself as brothers, and the Lajnas must hold themselves as sisters. Let us all collectively hold on to the rope of Allah, and that is the Khilafat. Let us hold on to the Khilafat very strongly in obedience, in respect, and in humility. If we do this, inshallah al-Aziz, our local Jamaats will be progressing. Our circuits will be progressing, and the national Jamaat will be progressing. Let me inform us of what happened at the national level. I can say without any iota of doubt and within my mind that Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, at the national level, I don't have, or we don't have, people that we cannot work together. We all work together very harmoniously. The Amir, the missionary in charge, the Naibin Amir, the office of the GS, and all the Amila offices, we work together in unison. The Sadran, especially the Sadar Majlis Ansarullah Nigeria, the Sadar Majlis Udamul Ahmadiyya, Nigeria, and the Sadar Lajna Ima Nigeria. We all work together at the national level in a very harmonious way. And we want this to replicate at the circuit level and at the Jamaat level, so that we can be progressing. In addition to our being very spiritual, we must also remain very cordial as the platform for our progress. I also want us to pay attention to Ta'alim. It is not good or advisable to worship God, in ignorance. Because you will meet some people who definitely might really want to confuse you. If you are not good in knowledge, then there might be challenge. And that is why we pay attention to the Holy Quran, we pay attention to the hadith, the sunnat of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the teachings of the promised Messiah alayhi salatu wasalam and the Khulafa. There is no need for us to be arguing on what you don't know. And you cannot say that this is the way we have been doing it. What of if you have been doing it wrongly? So it is better to ask those who know, so that they can explain to you. Religion is about knowledge, and we have the hierarchy of those knowledge. Your own opinion is not superior to the opinion of the Jamaat. And the opinion of the Jamaat is derived from the sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Holy Quran, with the continuous guidance by His holiness. So therefore, our personal opinion is a personal non-grata opinion, and we should not hold on to those opinions as the opinion we will use to be running the Jamaat, because that is one of the major areas where people have differences. Let us find a way of eliminating those differences by harmonizing our opinion to remain the opinion of the Jamaat. And the opinion of the Jamaat is the opinion that we get from the Khalifa from time to time. May Almighty Allah continue to make it easier for us. Obedience is very important in the Jamaat. It's one of our cardinal principles, of success. Let us pay attention to obedience. At the local Jamaat level, the president is the Amir of the Jamaat, and we must respect the president's opinion. It doesn't mean the president will always be correct. If the president is incorrect, you first have to listen to him. If he takes a position, you have to comply with that position. But you have the right to draw attention, possibly in writing, to the circuit president, and you can sit down and resolve. If not, you can request the circuit president to consult the headquarters, and the Amir will also give an opinion. And if you still feel we need to ask further, we will send such opinion to His Holiness for determination. And after the determination from Huzur, that is the Supreme Court for all Ahmadis worldwide. And I will expect everybody to obey and to comply. So the Jamaat has a system, and therefore there is no need for anyone to have an iota of doubt in our mind as to the working procedures of the Jamaat. So this is part of knowledge that we should know, that the Jamaat has a way of life that listens to everybody's opinion. But in rendering this opinion, we must be very respectful. We must be respectful. We must respect age, those who are senior to us. And we must also respect knowledge, those who have knowledge among us. Islam is a religion of respect. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was reported to have said that inna li kulli dinin khuluqa wa khuluqul Islam hayaw. Every religion has its own traits. The trait of Islam is respect, mutual respect. I respect you, you respect me. It doesn't really matter that I agree with you, nor you agree with me. But we must mutually respect ourselves. If you want to disagree with somebody, you can say, I humbly do not agree with that opinion, but I understand you. My own opinion is different. This is the way I see it. And you will positively move ahead without necessarily disrespecting somebody. You don't tell somebody that is what you are saying making any sense at all. Do you know whether what you are saying is the one that doesn't make sense? We need to be very careful in the use of language, because it is both the language and the actions that communicate respect and disrespect. You may also respect somebody verbally, but your action may show disrespect. Ahmadiyya do not condone disrespect. In our various Jamaats, we have missionaries, for example. It doesn't really matter so much learning we have. We have to respect the missionaries for their knowledge. And when it is time for prayers, we are very organized. Missionary is there to lead the prayers, and he may, out of his own volition, say, our brother, Bismillah. Then you go ahead. But somebody should not say, okay, because I think I have some content of knowledge, I could lead. Let us be very humble. In some Jamaats, there are many people who are definitely going to be older than the president. So the president has to respect them. They also have to respect him. It's the same thing with the missionaries. So let us practice respect. And we should respect our women. We should respect the Lajinas. And we should also respect our children. We should have mercy on them. And we should teach our children to be very respectful. Our children, irrespective of their background, must not be rude. We must know that there is a difference between rudeness and being assertive. A Muslim must be assertive, where you must be assertive, but you must not be rude in your assertiveness. Some people, they will be rude, but they will think that they are assertive. For instance, all the things that are fard, that are compulsory, we must remain very firm on them. You cannot change your position on those things. All the commandments of Almighty Allah in the Holy Quran, for example, the 5 pillars of Islam, the practice of them, you have to be very firm. The sunnahs of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that are compulsory ones, we should be very firm on them, unshaken on them. The instructions Huzur has given us, we should be very firm on those instructions. But there are things that we have opportunities of different views, to entertain different views. It will be unnecessary to be firm on those things, but rather consider other people's opinions. And this is what is going to be very helpful to us. I want to also say that as we will be going back to our various destinations, we should treat our families very well. The husband should treat their wives very well, because your family is an icon of Ahmadiyyat where you are. The quarrel you are quarreling with your wife in your area is going to communicate negatively in that environment. And there is no way we can win bayat there. In fact, the ones we have won, if he has not come to Jalsa to know what Ahmadiyya is significantly, they may want to withdraw back. And that is the basis of having many lost bayats. So let's treat our wives very well, our children very well. And I will also say the same thing to the Lajna, that they should respect their husband and treat husband very well. If we do this, then inshallah Aziz, people are going to be joining the fold of the Jamaat. So I congratulate each and every one of us for this year's Jalsa Salana. May Almighty Allah continue to accept our prayers. Let us be very prayerful. La yarudul qada illa dua. Nothing can change except with prayers from Almighty Allah. We have to put in the correct efforts. Prayers does not mean that you should go and relax and go and sleep. Otherwise, one will be like the follower of Prophet Musa, alayhi salatu wasalam. So you and your God, go and do it. You know God is powerful. And you are also his servant. So when the two of you finish the work, come and call us. We will join you. That is not the concept of prayers in Islam. We must work very hard. But you should know that your working very hard can translate to zero without the mercy of Allah. But your little efforts that you put in genuinely with the blessings of Allah will turn into manifold results. So I pray Almighty Allah to bless all our efforts and continue to reward us immensely. Some of our youths are getting confused nowadays. They will go to some other Islamic organizations. Ahmadiyyat is not being threatened at all by any other Islamic organizations. Not at all. We are not being threatened because This Ahmadiyya organization is a defined organization, and we have full support of Almighty Allah. A number of other people will rely on being able to speak Arabic, and that's all. It's all about attack and fight and quarrel. No, we don't do that. And we will not do that. There are some who take Islam to be their personal custody and also sitting on the platform of Allah, giving fatwa and judgments to say that anyone who do not agree with them must be executed through the law of blasphemy. Their blasphemy means that you do not agree with them. That's all. How does that lead to a death penalty being pronounced in the secular states? In the secular state, there is no, even without it being a secular state, the rule and law about blasphemy, that you have said something wrong and you should go and be killed, it's not the law of Islam. Those who attack in Islam, who commit treason in Islam, and that treason has to be against the community or against the state, those are the ones that you say this person has committed a serious offense, like waging war against Islam, waging war against the country. Those are the people you can say there is death penalty for. Not that somebody said a non-Muslim, for example, touches the Holy Quran, and you said you should go and execute such a person. But the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam allowed the Christians to come and worship in the Medina Mosque. Why didn't he kill them? So which brand of Islam is that? And that is why we are saying that Islam Ahmadiyyat is the renaissance of Islam. There are a lot to discuss about that. I only have to mention this because of our youth. When they go back, they shouldn't be confused as to whether there is one superior sect that they want to join, or the other. We pay attention significantly to all the teachings of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Almighty Allah forgive all our shortcomings, and may He continue to accept our prayers. On a final note, I want to announce to us the Tajnid, the attendance of this year's Jalsa Salana. As you know, we normally start our Jalsa planning from January to December, specifically from 1st of July to December. But this year, the planning came after Uzur's approval early in November, and so we just only within 2 months. So the number we are having here is only representative, of a larger number of people that are not able to come. Those who registered online are 34,652. However, those who are on ground here and actually got themselves scanned are 28,016. The breakdown of this number is Ansarullah is 2,894. Majli Sudam is 3,719. Lajna Imaila is 6,066. Nasratul Ahmadiyya is 2,999. 917. And at Falul Ahmadiyya is 3,150. And we have guests that are 9,270. The total is 28,016. May Almighty Allah accept all our prayers and accept all our actions as an act of ibadah. I pray as we will all be going back to our various destinations this morning, that Almighty Allah see us back safely to our destinations. Those that wish to come and unable to come, may Almighty Allah relieve them of whatever their challenges are. Those who are sick among us, may Almighty Allah give them very good health. And those who are pregnant, may Allah deliver them safely. And those who are our elders, may Allah not torment them. Our youth, may Allah continue to strengthen them, and may Allah continue to progress them. Let us remember Nigeria in our prayers. May Allah make Nigeria a country of peace for each and every one of us. We pray that Allah continue to strengthen His holiness, and I pray that Allah continue to accept our prayers in all ramifications. All our tajud prayers, may Allah accept them. All our regular prayers, may Allah accept them. All our supplications, may Allah accept them. As we will be going, I pray that Allah see us all safely there. Bismillahi majriha wa mursaha, inna rabbil ghafurur rahim, wa qul rabbi anzilni munzala mubarakan, wa anta khairu munzilin. Subhanallazi sakara lana hasa wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin, wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. Allahumma inna as'aluka fi safarina as'al birra wa taqwa wa min al-amali ma tardo. Allahumma awin alayna safarana wa tuyana budan. Allahumma anta safarana wa tuyana buda. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam wa ilayka salam. Tabarakta rabbana wa ta'alaita ya sal jalali wal ikram. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alayna ya maulana innaka antat tawwabur rahim wa innaka anta mujibud du'a. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. By 10 a.m. by 10 a.m. Yes, by 10 a.m. we will give us time now for us to go for breakfast, those of us who are going to be on the ground. So by 10 a.m., please let us be assembled here. The stage will be set for us so that we will sit to connect to the three other Jalsas, the Korean Jalsa and other Jalsas, so that they can see us. Announcement will continue after the prayers, especially on Humanity First Nigeria. Please join me in silent prayers. Don't go yet. We have not prayed. For those that come from the north, you are allowed, to go. Those who come from the east as well. Those who come from those far distances are allowed, to go. As some people have been given permission to go. May Allah see you all back safely. Those of us who are around here, let us be here by 10 to listen to His Holiness address. Please join me in silent prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Takbir. Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Salli ala nabiyina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala nabiyina, salli Salli ala habibina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala rahimina, salli ala Salli ala karimina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala nabiyina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala nabiyina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala habibina, salli ala Muhammadin. Balaghal ula bikamalihi, kashafad duja bijamalihi, balaghal ula bikamalihi, kashafad duja bijamalihi, hasuna jamiyo khisalihi, sallu alayhi wa alihi, salli ala nabiyina, salli ala Muhammadin, salli ala nabiyina, salli